In the previous video, we have created our initial platforms and our player. Now what we need to do is when our player jumps on the platform successfully, we need to create a new platform and move to that next platform so that our player is able to jump to the next platform. For that, we need a couple of variables, So the first one is going to be a private bool, and I'm going to name it lerp camera. The next one is going to be lerp time, which is going to be equal to 1.5f. And our next one, or the last variable, is a private float, which is going to be, and here we also need to type float, so private float, and this is going to be lerp x. So these three variables we need. So bool lerp camera, lerp time, and lerp x for the float. Time is equal to 1.5. And now we can go here and we need to create a function. So here I'm going to create a void, create new platform. This function is going to create a new platform. So when our player jumps, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the game. So when the player jumps from this platform, so let me take the player, when he jumps from this platform to this platform, what we need to do is we need to create a new platform. So when he does that, then we need to create a new platform around here. And then we need to take the camera and move it like this so that our player has a new platform to jump on. Well, for that, we are going to use this create new platform function, because this is the function that's going to actually create that new platform. Okay, the first thing that we need here in our create new platform is we need to get a reference to camera's x position. So here I'm going to create float camera x is equal to camera dot main, which is going to access the main camera, transform dot position dot x, which is going to give us the x position of our main camera. And next, what we need is we need to create new max x. So max x like this is equal to, and we are going to get it like this. We are going to take our max x, we are going to multiply it by 2, and we are going to add camera's x. So camera x. Why we are doing it like this? Well, practically, if I go back here and I run the game, if our player jumps on this platform, which is going to be the max platform, and after that we are going to use the camera and lerp, the camera is going to go up to here. So up to here the camera will go. We need a new max position, and for that we need to use the camera's x position. And because of that, we are multiplying the max position by 2, because if we move our camera up to here, this is, well, if we have, well, simply use max x and add it to the camera. So if we did that, our camera will move up to here. But when we multiply it by 2, this is where we are going to go. And this is, well, where we need to create our new platform. So from here up to here. That's why we are multiplying by 2, and I will demonstrate that a little bit later. And next, what we need to do is we need to use instantiate, and again, we need to pass our platform. And here we need to pass a new vector 3, and we are going to use random.range for the x. And here we are going to use new max x and new max x minus 1.2f. And here again, we are going to use random.range. This is going to be max y. So max y and max y minus 1.2. And we also need to add 0 for the, well, z-axis. And lastly, we need to add quaternion dot identity in order, well, for the transform, because we need to also add the transform, and we are using quaternion identity, which I explained what it is practically. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to create a public void, create new platform and lerp function, which is going to take an argument, which is going to be a float. So float lerp position. And here what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to set the lerp x, which is this one right here. So here we are going to say lerp x is equal to lerp position, so lerp position plus max x. And also here we need to say lerp or lerp camera which is our Boolean variable, is equal to true. And also what we need to do is we need to call create new platform. And here we are going to call it. So first create a new platform, and after that we are going to lerp. And this function we are going to call here in our player jump script. And here we are going to check if our game manager dot instance is not equal to null. Then we are going to say game manager, so manager dot instance dot create platform and lerp. And for the lerp position, we are going to pass the target, so target dot transform dot position dot x. Now, why we are doing it like this? Well, here if I run the game again, and this is that position. So if we jump from our button, so, excuse me, from our platform, so this is the player, and we jump on this, well, platform. This is going to be the lerp position where we are going to lerp to. So we are going to lerp up to here. And that's why we are passing the target, which is, well, the platform that we land on. So the target transform position X, that's the platform that we are landing on. We are passing its position because we want to, well, lerp up to that, well, platform, excuse me. Lastly, we need to create a function which is actually going to lerp our camera. So this is lerp the camera function. And here what we are going to do is we are going to get the reference to camera X position. So here we're going to say camera dot transform, so camera main, excuse me, dot transform dot position dot X, because we want to lerp the X position. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to say X is equal to matf, so matf dot lerp. And we need to pass a float from, which is the position, from where we want to lerp to the position where we want to lerp by the time interval. So we want to lerp from the camera's X position. We want to lerp to our lerp X position, and the time interval is going to be we are going to use lerp time. So lerp time multiplied by time dot delta time. After that, we are going to reset the camera's position. So we are simply going to say camera main transform position is equal to new vector 3, and we are going to pass the X for, well, the X position, and for the Y position we are going to pass camera main transform dot position dot Y, and the same thing for the Z, because we don't want to change the Z and the Y axis of the camera, only the X axis. And here I'm going to perform a check if our camera, so I'm simply going to pass camera main transform dot position, if it's greater than or equal to, and here I'm going to use our lerp X, so let me just type it right, so lerp X minus 0.07f. Then we are going to say lerp camera is equal to false. And here we are going to create void update function, which is the function of mono behavior, and we are going to say if lerp camera, then we are going to call our function. So here I'm going to call the function lerp the camera. So practically we are done, and now we can, well, test this out. So here again I'm saying we are going from this position to this position using this time interval. If we are greater than or equal to the destination where we want to go minus 0.07, we are going to stop lerping. And practically we are done, as I said. Now we can run this and test it out, and all of this is going to be, well, more clear. So now if I run the game, notice now, and if I make it in the first attempt to jump on the platform, we are going to create a new platform, and we are going to lerp up to this platform right here. So notice it now. So when I jump, we have created a new platform and we have lerped up to this platform right here. Again, if I jump on this one, creating a new platform and lerping up to this platform. So we see that we lerp up to the platform that we jump on. So this platform right here. And this is what I meant when we used here target transform.position.x. So this is, well, what I meant, because here, so let me just get the game manager, and here we are where we are setting that position, we are using it and we are adding the max x. because, well, when we lerp again, which we saw, we need our max position. If I, for example, use here the max position, and I'm going to comment this out, and instead of multiplying the new float max position, so new max x, instead of multiplying it by 2, if I simply use the max position plus cameras x, we are going to lerp up to, well, exactly the middle of our camera is going to be here on this platform. Because as I said, well, our coordinates start from the center. So let me just make it up to the platform. So we see here, so we see where we are creating the new platform. So again, if I jump on this one, we are creating the platform right away here because, well, this is the max x. We need to multiply by 2 to move it up to here, which is exactly what we are doing, well, here. So this I need to remove, and we need to uncomment this. That's why we are multiplying it by 2. Because, as I said, we need to reposition our new platform to be, well, around here. So when we lerp the camera, the new position needs to be exactly here. So this is what we are doing. And I can demonstrate that again. So let me just jump clearly or successfully on my platform. And again, I'm failing at my own game. So this is, well, kind of ironic when you fail at your own game and you expect your players to win it. So, okay, anyway, again, I failed. Let me try one more time. Hopefully this will, well, succeed. No, but you get my point, and I will try it again. So let me just succeed. Well, one more time, and I'm not going to stall with the video. No, not important. I'm not going to try it again. Anyway, we saw that it actually works, and we are lerping from position to position, creating a new platform, and lerping to our position plus our max position. And practically that's how we can create this infinite, well, jumping from one platform to another platform. Next, what is left for us to do is create the score and create our, well, menus. So we are going to do, well, next.